Hey guys, today we'll make a customized t-shirt using 100% cotton shirt and some Cricut foil iron-on material. So I have here a 100% cotton shirt and some Cricut foil iron-on materials. I have right now I have blue and green, so we'll just use blue. So we'll use blue foil iron-on material on top of the 100% cotton shirt. So the first thing we're gonna do is we're just gonna go on the internet and look for some silhouette logo that we can use. So I'm gonna be making a shirt for my wife. Since she likes to drink coffee, I'm just gonna find a coffee logo and maybe put it right here. So just go to Google and then search for coffee silhouette, and then go to images, and we're gonna find an image that thinks looks good. So scroll down a little bit, find the image that I think my wife would like. She likes to drink Starbucks coffee. This logo looks very much like a Starbucks cup, so we'll see if we can download it. Download PNG, no registration required. Sounds good to me. After downloading the image, we're going to open up our Cricut design space. All right, and then we're just gonna do a new project here, and then Cricut access. So I don't have Cricut access, but we don't need that in order to do this project. So we're gonna use so we're gonna upload the image that we just downloaded. Drag and drop file here. So I have this file here that we just downloaded, and we're just gonna use complex, continue, apply and continue. Since we're only gonna be doing the cut, because we're not gonna print it first, so we're just gonna cut. So I'm just gonna select cut image and then upload the image. So now we have this here, and then so we can do a new, so that's gonna create a new canvas. So from that, we're gonna go to uploads, because that's where we uploaded our images. So we click add to canvas, and now it's going to add our coffee cup image that we just downloaded. So for size, the Cricut Maker's mat, I think it's like 12 by 12, or the one that I have, and this one is too big, 13.6. And if it's 13.6, it's gonna basically take up the whole shirt, right? So we don't want it to take up the whole shirt. We just want a little logo here, maybe on the top left or something, and we probably don't need it to be that big. So the width, we're just gonna adjust it. Let's lock this one. If you lock this, let's see, if you lock this, whenever you change the height or the width, it's gonna keep the ratio proportion. So right now it's 13.6 by 17. If I change it to, like, for example, if I change it to 4, the size of the height automatically changes. But if we don't unlock it, and if I change it back to 13, now there's a distortion in the image and it doesn't look that good. So by locking it, it kind of it keeps the proportion, so the image doesn't look distorted. So anyways, so we'll do it 4 by 5.25. We'll move the image here a little bit, and then we can either save the project, or we can just click make it. So now just save it as coffee cup. All right, we'll save it, and then the project was saved. Now what we can do is we can just click make it. All right, and now it's telling you that it wants to print from that space. So I have this here, the Cricut mat. Usually a standard grip is good enough, but sometimes it doesn't really grip that well, so I'll just be using the fabric grip mat. So we have this blue foil iron-on material, and we're going to be placing it on top of this mat. It's a fabric grip mat, but you can use the standard grip or the light grip mat. Like it really doesn't matter much. So here we're gonna click continue, and then To continue, please connect your maker. All right, let me turn it on real quick. Okay. So I've connected, and now we're gonna choose our material. Our material, we can just search for it. It's called foil iron-on. So I just type foil iron, and then it completes foil iron-on. Then we're gonna click done. Make sure mirror is turned on and iron material is face shiny side down. So we can click edit here, turn on our mirror. Although in this one it doesn't really matter because the image is symmetrical, but in some cases, like if you're gonna print text or something, make sure to turn on mirroring. So there's that. Pressure is default. So now we're gonna load it, and then there's a little caution here that says make sure mirror is turned on and iron on material is face shiny side down. So this is the shiny side here, so we're gonna face it down here to the mat. So we'll just do that now. Side is here, we're just gonna place it right onto our mat. Just like here. All right. So now that that's on our mat, all right. Since we set it to 4x5, it's just gonna be like maybe like here, 4x5. So it will just be like this size that we can just use. So then we're gonna just load it into our Cricut Maker, just right here. And then we can press this button here, the little arrow button to load it. And then just let Cricut do its thing. Now we've loaded, press go. So that's it. The cutting is done. We have our cutout of the silhouette. It's just here. So what we can do is we can use a little cutter to cut it out, so that we can save some of this material and not waste it and use the rest of it for something else. All right, just gonna cut this out really quick. So now we've cut out our silhouette here. Now we can do the weeding. Weeding is basically just taking out the materials that you don't really need. So we're gonna weed out here, kind of like the middle. Okay, so we have our foil iron-on blue coffee cup here. Looks pretty nice. Okay, next thing we're gonna do is we're going to use a heat press, and then press this onto our shirt. So what we can do is we can look up the heat press guide. So let's add another tab to this. Cricut heat press guide. So heat guide. All right. So it kind of asks you what kind of material you're using and what kind of material it's going on. So heat transfer material, we're using the foil iron-on material. So we're gonna select that. The base material is 100% cotton. And I have a Cricut Pressing Mat, so it's gonna apply, so it kind of tells you. Okay, so I have to choose my machine also. So I have an Easy Press 2, so we can choose that. So with the Easy Press 2, we preheat it to 295 degrees. So it has step by step here. Step 1, we need the Easy Press 2, Pressing Mat, the iron-on design, which we have, and the 100% shirt, which we have here. So we have all the materials. Step 2 is preheat the Cricut Easy Press 2 to 295 degrees. It's already done preheating. So we just follow the guide here. It basically says preheat it to 295 degrees, which we did, and place 100% cotton shirt on the Cricut Pressing Mat, which we're doing now. And then preheat 100% cotton for 5 seconds. So we'll take our Cricut Easy Press tool. We're gonna preheat the area that we want for 5 seconds. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, so now that we did that for 5 seconds, it has a little impression here. Step number 3 is place iron on face down liner side up. Seems like a pretty good spot right here. And then press with light pressure at 295 degrees for 30 seconds. So what I like to do is I like to put parchment paper on here also to cover it right up, because one time I think I placed it on the wrong side and then the material actually got stuck to the iron, and I was thinking like, wow, if I had put the parchment paper, it would make the cleanup a lot easier. Alright, so we have the logo, we have the placement that we want it to go on, and then so we're just going to put the parchment paper right on the top, and then we're going to apply the 295 degrees for 30 seconds right onto our logo. So we press it here, and then we press the Cricut button, and then we apply a little bit of pressure. Okay, so now this is done. So we're just gonna change it to 15 seconds. Let's see, press the timer. Now we change it to 15 seconds. We're just going to flip the shirt over and then press it for 15 seconds. So we're just gonna flip the shirt over right here. Okay. Our logo is somewhere here. So we're just gonna get our Cricut Maker, or not Cricut Maker, sorry, our Cricut Easy Press, and press it here where the logo is for 15 seconds. So here we go. Okay. So that's 15 seconds. That's done. Let's flip it back over. Okay, and last step is, it says slowly remove liner when cool to touch. So right now it's still pretty hot, so we're gonna wait a little bit. Okay, so we've waited long enough. Now the logo is cool to touch and we can remove the liner. So let's remove it and see how it goes. Looks pretty good. Everything seems to be sticking so far. Alright, so there's our shirt with the coffee cup logo on it. Alright, so after removing the liner, this is basically what it looks like. A shirt with the coffee cup logo here. And yeah, so the foil iron-on top of the 100% cotton shirt, and later on I'll probably use the leftover materials to do some sort of text in the back to say mama or something like that. So yeah, that's basically the steps for doing foil iron-on top of a cotton shirt. So I started by adding the mama logo on the Cricut design space. Then I click make it, and it sends it to the preparation page. Just remember to click on mirror because we're going to be using the foil iron-on material. Then from there, just click continue and do the normal things that we did, which is browse material and then find the foil iron-on material and then select that one. We just click done, make sure the material is loaded shiny side down, and then just load it into our Cricut mat and then put it in our Cricut Maker. Alright, then we just press the Cricut button. Then it's gonna do the cutting into this mama text. So we can unload the mat. Let's take out the mat and take out our materials. Alright, so that it completed the cutting. So this is our cutting. So again, I'm just gonna use scissors to kind of just cut this out and then weed it out. Alright, so we've cut out our mama text. We just need to weed it out. Alright, so this is the mama text all weeded out. And we can put this here in the back to kind of show mama. Here, just like that. And alright, so we'll just do the easy press and then we'll follow the steps from the previous steps. Alright, so we've already preheated our Cricut Easy Press 2 to 295. So same steps as before. So we're gonna preheat the shirt for 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright. Next, we just line up our mama logo on the shirt. Line it up a little bit and then set our time to 30 seconds. Alright, so now that we have our 30 seconds, we press it on there for 30 seconds. And again, I'm just gonna put the parchment paper right on top of here. And then we're gonna get started with the press. Alright, so that's that, and then we're going to flip it over and do 15 seconds of this. So put this back in the little container, change the time to 15 seconds. Alright, now we're just gonna flip the shirt over. And then put the parchment paper on it once again. So this is to kind of press the other side of the mama text. And it doesn't really matter if you apply over the old logo that you already have. It doesn't really affect anything. So let's do that. Foil iron-on material. Right, so that's 15. That's it. And then flip it back over. Check our mama logo, and then we're just gonna wait until it cools down, then we can remove our liner. Alright, it's cool enough, so let's try to remove it. Okay, so it's on there pretty good. Alright, so this is the final result from that. The little coffee cup here in the front, and then text that says mama here in the back after applying the same method, and then just putting it there. So I think it looks pretty good. So that's it. Thanks for watching.